Hey. Jeez. How's the mic sound? Is it loud enough? I think I need to turn it up just a little. It's definitely clipping. That's certainly. That should be better. Yeah, the gate was set really high. So that should do it. Okay. All right. Well, we're just going to jump in. So, if anybody's wondering where I was yesterday or why things might be a little bit weird today, so I downloaded a driver from Nvidia for my graphics card because it's like, oh, you need to update your graphics card. So I was like, fine, I'm gonna update my graphics card. Well, the driver that I downloaded decided it didn't want to play nicely with Windows, and it put the computer into a boot loop. Let's just say it took like 7 or 8 hours to fix last night, and we didn't even really fix it. So I got on multiple phone calls with Sir Jet. We tried to work through it, did all kinds of things to try to fix it. We ended up having to reset the PC. So the PC has been reset. I've had to re-download everything because I didn't have things backed up. Hey, Ace, you saw my tweet? Yeah, I didn't even realize at that point just how bad it was going to be. Oh my goodness. Classic Nvidia moment. Yeah, it trashed everything. So I've been rebuilding OBS, trying to get things to where I could stream today, and I think everything's where it should be. We'll find out. And if I'm missing anything, I'll find that out too. But we got TWG versus Tompanai Empire, who are now with Team Elektros, I believe. Yes, who was formerly Pulse. But this is a very good lineup. Excited to see them in action. We got Altano, Loop, Almualan, Diego, and Rocio. I probably pronounced his name wrong. I'm not familiar with that player there, so this will be the first time we get to see him in action. See how he does. And then we got TWG here. We got Benno, Nifo, and Coprios. Man, I can't even say these names. Jeez. Mr. Sort Reborn and Hashwealth. I tried. I gave it my all. Rocio's a girl. She's OP. Oh, nice. You don't see a lot of female players in esports. Looking forward to see what she can do. Your intro screen has Willey Gaming in some areas and Willey Gaming in others. Does it? I've never even looked that closely at it. I'll have to let Jason know. I've been using that intro screen for like a year. Wiley, yeah. Also, Abid, hello, welcome in. Hello, Rhonda, hello, Elfie. Elfie was watching me test my chat overlay earlier, helping out with some big message. Oh boy, alright. I don't actually know which side goes first, so we'll find out here shortly. They got a little under a minute before the first attack window is open. Alright, I think I've done everything I need to do. We're recording, we're live on YouTube. YouTube chat is on. Everything should be good. I'm on the ball. Kazi, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's do this. So the plan today, we're going to stream this match, and then we're going to do some Legends hits, and then we're going to push on my other accounts. And that's just kind of the plan. After this match, we'll just kind of chill and do some hits for a while. Do like an hour or two of pushing on my mini accounts to try to get them up into Legends. Because I want to get all three of my Town Hall 17s into Legends League, so that way, if I want to do some Legends League content, I'm able to. Whether that's on defense or offense or whatever. Sir Jet, welcome. Thank you for the help yesterday. I was just telling everybody about the troubles. I am live. So far, everything seems like it's working properly. Like I said, if anything's going to fail, we'll find out. You guys let me know how the audio sounds on your end. I think I've got the game and the music and the mic all properly balanced, but it's hard to tell from my end. All right, here we go. First attack of the match, we got Diego coming in. Let's see what he can do with the Super Witches. He's got 3 of them here. Let's take a peek at the hero equipment. No Electro Boots on this one. We do have a Fireball. All right. Let's see what the start's going to be. We got an earthquake on the left side. Invis. Fireball coming in towards the town hall. It's a big chunk of damage out of that, as well as some of these defenses. That ricochet cannon doing a lot of damage. That owl chain actually takes it down. It's that damage off of the Grand Warden. Don't want to mess around, especially those maxed out ricochet cannons hit incredibly hard. All right, let's see what is going to be next. That town hall is getting healed up. I wasn't sure. Well, he didn't have the giant arrow, so he wasn't going to do that. Here we go. He is going to smash into the town hall, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. All right, we got Baby Dragon on the right side. Super Witches from the top. Couple of balloons. Check for any traps. We do find a few. Thing making its way. We do have that tornado trap there that's going to push these troops towards that Giga Bomb. It's going to bounce them back just a little bit. Giant bombs going off. We got skelly traps popping up. The town halls, or the balloons make it all the way to the town hall. Down it goes. All right, the witches are cruising their way in. We got a nice wall break on the right side of the base as well. He's got to funnel that outside edge to make sure the troops stay inside of the base as they move in towards that fire spitter. The king moves in. He still has his ability for now, but it's about to go off. And there we go. The earthquake boots open up beautifully into the core of the base. Barbarian King with some big boys and some P.E.K.K.A.s making their way in towards that scatter shot. They should be able to get that down. The wizards in behind as well from that siege barracks on that right corner. Help get some of these trash buildings off the edges here. Monolith's going to start popping off, but that king's going to tank it for a little while. Now we got skelly spells there to distract. Defensive poison does go off, though. It kind of nullifies that skelly spell, but it's fine. The witches are moving in. That monolith should go down shortly. The RC sneaking in from the left side with their rocket spear. And this is looking good for Tompanai Empire. All right, everything coming together. RC gets through that left scatter shot. The only things that are left are going to be the last ricochet cannon and the last multi-archer tower. And this is going to be a triple for Team Elektros. There we go. Very nicely done. The witches are all three alive, too. He only brought 3. He only needed 3. Last few buildings going down. He's got plenty of time to get it done. We'll see how TWG do on their first attack. See if they can match this first triple from Mr. Diego. GG. All right. Hello, Waddy7. Yep, Mr. Jet's going to be on our side of the sea. The sea. But he's going to be too busy. Hopefully he can still pop into the streams. We're going to be in the same time zone again, so maybe you'll be around for the late streams too. You'll be in and out? Yeah. Sounds like a good time to me. All right. You know, the funny thing about rebuilding OBS is I did update, or not really update, but I replaced a couple of the add-ons that I was using before, some of the plugins. So I have some new things that I didn't actually have before. I mean, they perform the same function, but they're actually a little bit better. Here we go. I see you, Fluffy. Always got to have that, just in case. We got Bino in with the next attack, the first attack for TWG. Starting off with the Royal Champion Charge. I'm sure this won't be the only time we see this today. The Spirit Walk, I should say, since we do have the Fox there. The next Invis coming down. All right, making our way over to that Ricochet Cannon. Hopefully that Fox doesn't take too much damage here. It only gets one little bit of damage from the X-Bow. All right, nice. Invis yet again. The RC still making her way through. We'll see how much value she's able to get. He does have the recall, so it looks like she's planning on pulling her back out of there. Going on to the Fire Spitter. Going to be able to get that down. The defensive Rage Tower probably going to go off here shortly. Maybe after she takes it down. The Fox is dead now, so the next Invis needs to be basically right in there, but it's going to be the recall. I didn't realize he was out of Invis. But there we go. We got the recall. That's a nice chunk of value there just from the Royal Champion. Here we go with the rest of it. We got the King, the Queen. You do have to move kind of quickly now because we are under the 2-minute mark at this point. Is a little bit of a time-consuming strategy. Siege Barracks goes right in range of the King and the Archer Tower. Rip that Siege Barracks. It gets taken down immediately. Oof. So losing out on a bunch of wizards there, unfortunately, but the funnel should still be set. The RC coming back in with the recall. Got the Root Rider pushing in towards the monolith, pops the Warden's ability, and then everything should make its way into the base. And going long ways to the Town Hall, so maybe a little bit of a risky approach here, but of course going for that 3-star. We'll see if we can get there. It's a lot of base still to go with a minute and 20 on the clock, but we do have the King's ability, Queen's ability, and RC ability still to use, plus a handful of spells. Using the freeze here on the Town Hall. One more freeze in the bag, a rage spell. That King's ability, not super ideal. Those Earthquake boots hit absolutely nothing on that left side. Alright, King will try to get through the scatter shot with the Phoenix. He will be able to. Root Riders on the top side of the base with a rage spell, trying to get through the multi-archer tower. Maybe? No, they kind of split up. That multi-archer tower is going to be able to stay alive here. And we got that Prince on defense as well. This isn't looking good. The RC's dead on the right side. This is looking like a defense. Uh-oh. That Queen with ability. There's so much base. Yeah, there's no way. There's way too much. Even if the Queen had the power, there's not enough time. Good try to Benno, but Tom and I coming away with a defense here. Good try, good try. You packed warm, you expected to be cold? Oh yeah, you're coming just in time for the cold front. It's getting cold here where I'm at. We actually have a winter storm warning for the weekend, so that'll be fun. Hopefully we actually get some dang snow. I mean, we have a little bit out there right now, but it's been a while since we've had a good snowfall. We try to Benno. Team Elektros starting off with a defense after their triple. Let's see if they can extend their lead here. Yeah, everybody stay warm. I'm doing my best. They'll be freezing their beaks off. Yeah, the poor chickens. Country Hick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Actually, that reminds me. Where is... I knew something was missing. I'll have to fix that. Alright. After this attack, though. Almualin is in with some dragons, bringing in the Hydra, but first, the Royal Champion charge. Not technically a Spirit Walk this time, because there's no Spirit. Just walk. RC pushing in through the Expo. Next Invis is down. She gets that down with the Wizard Tower that was invisible. And then she's actually going to get some really good value here. Look at this. She's going to be able to get the Town Hall and probably both Fire Spitters as well as the Inferno Tower. This is such a strong strategy right now. If you don't have the Electro Boots leveled up, you got to level them up and give this a try before a nerf comes in, because it's almost certainly going to get nerfed. And there's the Phoenix bringing that RC back to life here as she tries to grab a little bit more. Not quite able to get that monolith. Those ice golems able to protect it, but still really nice value from the Royal Champion. We still have a handful of spells left to use for the dragons. It's going to use a Stone Slammer here on the top side of the base. And here we go with the balloons, the dragons from the right corner. Here we go. Giant arrow from the Queen from the top side of the base. Trying to go for that sweeper, I think, but unfortunately not quite able to hit it. I'm not sure if he was actually going for the sweeper or if he was trying to finish off the monolith, but that monolith had gotten healed back up since the RC was damaging it. So he is going to have to fight the sweeper. We do have 2 invis, but no freezes here. There's the rage. That's also going to help them get through that sweeper. It's going to be really annoying, though, for these dragons. Got one dragon rider sneaking in. Able to grab that sweeper. There's an invis. Keep it alive. Moving through the core of the base. King and Queen still looking good on the top side. They've got some help from a regular dragon, super dragon, and an electro dragon. They got a whole variety up there. I think this is looking good here for Mr. Almualin. He's got the next invis down. It's going to protect that dragon rider yet again so he can move in, take out the expo, take out the scattershot on the back end. And this is going to be a triple yet again for Team Elektros. Beautifully done here. That ricochet cannon's going to go down to the air troops, and then the Queen will be able to pick up that air defense, so it's not going to be an issue. Nicely done yet again. And these guys are 2 for 2. So far, so good. TWG are going to need to kick it into gear here if they're going to keep this one close. What level are they here? The boots? Great question. I don't even remember which one we just watched. There we go. But I don't know what level his are. Probably max 21. So that's max for hard mode. But I'd say they're usable. Like, if you get them over level 10, to be honest, just use them. They're that good. No problem. I think I've got mine up to like 23 or so. How's the weather out there? It's cold and snowy. The winter has finally arrived. It's a little late. Oh yeah, do I not have that dock for my activity feed? There it is. That's what I'm missing. Yeah, it's better. All right. Oh, another thing. Something I've been doing with my dragon attacks, because I've been doing attacks similar to what he just did. Instead of taking a stone slammer, I've actually been finding that a battle drill gets way more value. The battle drill is actually kind of low-key cracked. So if any of you are doing that dragon attack, or I guess any dragon attack really, if you're in a situation where you don't need a blimp, try out the battle drill. It's so good. I did a CWL attack yesterday. I dropped the battle drill at the start of the dragons. So not at the start of the attacks. I started off with the Royal Champion Spirit Walk. But I dropped the battle drill with the dragons into a ricochet cannon, and the battle drill never opened up. I still had my CC troops at the end of the attack. No Rigo today? Is this the team he's on? I couldn't remember. We got a new team member to check out today. Here we go. Giving out the secret I am. I'm gonna make a video on that too. Here we go. We got the next attack, TWG. They've been tripled back to back, and their first attack was a fail, so it is time to try to get some triples on the board. They got to make something happen here. Let's see. We do have the warden on the bottom side of the base. He does not have a fireball, though. What else does he have? It looks like just typical equipments for the rest of it. We do have the rocket spear of the hog puppet. Interesting, not using what is arguably one of the best equipments in the game right now. We do have the healers coming in. We got the king, everything pushing down. Also, I just realized that's the queen, not the warden. Man, these skins trip me up so much. I thought for sure that was the warden on the bottom. I didn't look that closely. We got Valkyries coming in. We got the ice golems on defense, freezing things up. Barbarian King, freezing yet again, but he's going to push into the base and hopefully use his ability towards the town hall so he can open all that up and get lots of damage on these defenses. Beating on kind of a weird wall here. Does he still have the yak in there? I saw the yak was there opening some walls. It was on the warden. There we go. The town hall goes down. The yak is still alive, opening up walls into the back end. This king's actually going to get a lot deeper than I thought he might. And there we go. Pops the ability, the spiky ball, the earthquake boots doing lots of damage. Got to get through the multi-archer tower on the bottom side of the base. Royal Champion on the top right side. Losing some giant, or rocket spears to the skellies there. That minion prince on defense is also really good, but this time around, the RC is able to take him down relatively easily. Drops an invis to make sure she's not taking too much damage. There she goes, but this attack is really fizzled out. There is nothing left in the core of the base. The queen is gone. The king is gone down to Phoenix, and this is looking like another defense for Team Elektros, and they might be running away with this match early. Good try. Good try, good try. TE is his team. Well, I wasn't sure. I knew that Tompanai Empire was his team, but I wasn't sure if they had like multiple rosters, because I know that this Tompanai Empire specifically was just signed to, or not just signed, but I guess recently signed to Team Elektros. Recently enough that they don't have the name change yet, which I assume they probably applied for. But I think that takes a bit of time to get pushed through. Also, I recorded a video the other day about the best defensive troop combinations for 55 housing space. And with all the PC troubles, that footage got wiped, so I got to re-record all that. But during testing before I put that video together, I noticed that the if you put an ice hound with an ice golem in your CC, the freeze effects take way more time off the clock than a triple ice golem. And that's if you pop all the triple ice golems one by one by one. So that's also something to think about. I think people are sleeping on the Ice Hound in defense. Hey, Bot Gamer. I'm doing great. How are you doing? That is low percentage, but, oh man, that's really low percentage. Yeah, these guys are having a rough time right now. But yeah, people are sleeping on the Battle Drill, and people are sleeping on Ice Hound, Ice Golem defensive combo. Sorry, Bot Gamer, we can't check bases at the moment. We're waiting for these attacks to go in. They're going back to back. We don't really have time. But if you're still here after this match, then sure. Here we go. Loop is in with the next attack for Team Elektros. They are sitting pretty comfortably right now, and if he triples here, that might be just about game over. But we'll see what happens. We have Root Riders. We got a recall. We got the Royal Champion with a little Spirit Walk on the right side of the base. He's got the Spirit Walk with a recall so he can let her get some value and then pull her back out. Alright, down goes the multi-archer tower, moving in towards the Expo. The Fox takes over with the Invis. Next Invis spell going to come in shortly, but lots of damage coming in. Oh, he's going with the recall here. Okay, he's trying to save some Invis. I see. Couple of balloons on the top side of the base for the Wizard Tower. Okay, Siege Barracks as well. Let's see what the plan is here from Mr. Loop. Got an Ice Golem on the top right. Here we go. Full send. Ice Golem pops pretty quickly to that Monolith and the Ricochet Cannon. That's probably why. Root Riders making their way in. They are able to get that Ricochet Cannon down before that Ice Golem freeze wears off. Pops the Warden's ability, keeping everything protected as things sort of split up here to the left and right. Down goes the Monolith. That's big damage off the board. Town Hall shots popping off. Ice Golems in the defensive Clan Castle go straight to the Barbarian King. And he's going to have a little bit of trouble with that. Lots of damage in from over the top. He's going to make his way over to the Town Hall. Poison taking down the balloons. But the army, once again, is kind of fizzling here. Let's see. Got Valkyries on the outside from the Siege Barracks, most likely. The Queen's still alive. Pops the King's ability. Spiky Ball, I think, is actually not looking too bad now. The King will get that Ricochet Cannon down. We got one more on the left side, but at the moment it is distracted by the Queen. And she might be able to get through if she can move over. Oh, we got the Rocket Spear. I didn't even see the RC over there. Yeah, I think he's fine. It looked a little bit sketchy there for a moment, but he's good. He still has the RC, still has an Invis. And this is going to be yet another triple for Top and I Empire. And they are stretching that lead out in front of TWG. I think TWG are still kind of in it, but if they don't triple this next attack, that's going to be essentially game over. They're going to be down by 3 stars going into the last 2 attacks. So it's triple or go home time. Let the chickens move into the house. Oh, God. Chickens are so messy. Kept them inside the coop today. Yeah, the wind is kind of nasty here today, too. Like, today wasn't super cold, but once that wind gets a whipping, it makes it a little bit different. Where do you prefer more viewers, YouTube or Twitch? If I had a choice, I'd say more live viewers on Twitch and then more viewers after the stream on YouTube. So for like the VOD, which is kind of the way it is now. I don't get a whole lot of viewers on YouTube, and I get a few on Twitch. I don't get a ton. But the reason is there's more earning potential on Twitch while you're live, and then more earning potential on YouTube after the stream is over. Not that I make a lot of money on my streams, but that's the way it is. Fluffy Butt Hut. Do you have a sign on your chicken coop that says that? We'll have to get you one if not. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't even like free-range chickens coming around the house that much because of how messy they are. They will poop on everything. I like a chicken coop with a nice fence. They can go out and walk in their fence. Here we go. This is the last opportunity for TWG to start to turn this match around. They're down big. If they don't triple here, they will not have another opportunity to come back. So let's see if they can make it work. Couple of early archers to pick off some trash buildings. All right. We got the siege barracks on the left side. Royal Champion making her way in. Skelly spell to distract these defenses. Oh, she doesn't have her Electro Boot, so she's going to get distracted by Skellies as well. Able to get them taken down. What does she have? She's got Hulk and Haste. That's kind of an old school RC combo. Definitely not the best one out there at the moment, but it can still get the job done. Earthquake Boots on the bottom side of the base. That king went down quite early. That single Inferno finishes him off. He goes down to Phoenix. Can he get the Inferno Tower down? It's not looking like it. Root Riders, however, are pushing right down the middle of the base. We got Rocket Balloons and Ice Golems coming out. Down go the Rocket Balloons. Ice Golems should freeze things up here in the core of the base. There we go. Single Inferno on the left, burning things up. Can't tell what it's on. Looks like it might have been a Root Rider that it was taking out. We got an Overgrowth on the back side of the base. So we are playing it kind of risky, but again, it's kind of triple or nothing at this point. Got some Super Barbarians on the right side of the base, taking down the Archer Tower, sure. Once again. And these Root Rider armies are just not pushing through. Last Root Rider going down. The RC's popped her ability. I'm actually a little surprised the RC made it that far with those equipments on. He's going to freeze and rage to try to get her through the town hall. However, the Barbarian King is there. The Hog Rider's able to clutch up the town hall. So they saved the 2-star, but can they push through for the triple? Queen pops her ability. It's going to come down to her and the Warden. But that Monolith, man, is going to be too much. Plus Ricochet Cannon left, and that's going to be another defense for Team Elektros. Good try. Good try. Hey, yo mama. Welcome back. Poison Tower Fireball value. Did it even have a Fireball? No. I was going to say, am I really not paying that much attention? They have plenty of room to wander and stick to the tree lines for protection. Nice. Oh, I see what you're saying now. You would have done a Fireball on the Poison Tower. Gotcha. But I mean, TWG are down 3 points now. So, unless unless some like super crazy wacky defenses happen here, there's just no shot. They get Elektros can 2-star out. You watch from Twitch too? Appreciate it, Waddy. I mean, I stream on both so that you guys as the viewers can watch from whatever platform you prefer. So if you prefer YouTube, that's totally fine as well. The Poison Tower had 2 Spitters, 2 Spell Towers, CC, 2 Scatters. Jeez, that is crazy. I didn't even notice. I think everything's actually going relatively smoothly for the first stream after the PC meltdown, which is good. You guys can hear the music and the game sound, right? Like they're not too quiet. I think somebody would have said if they were too loud by now. Here we go. Super Witches once again from Marosio. Alright, let's see how she does. Starting off with the Warden Walk. I'm assuming a Fireball. Yes, indeed. It is going to be a Fireball. Everything else looking typical. We got a Rocket Spear with a Hog Puppet. Sure. You don't hear game sound at all or music. Okay. I'll bump them both up a little bit after this attack. Actually, I'll bump the game music up during this attack. Then if I bump it too much, just yell at me. There's the Fireball to the core of the base. Nicely done. Down goes the Clan Castle and the Monolith. Good value from that. Let's see what's next. Alright. Warden's going to be able to get through the multi-archer tower. Down goes the Tesla. That was a interesting little Tesla there. Headhunter for the enemy king, and the Super Witches are in. Oh, they're actually getting pulled by the king. There we go. They didn't get pulled too far. There's a Tesla there. Sneaky little Tesla popping up. That might be annoying later on. We'll have to wait and see, but for now, everything's moving off to that left side. Siege Barracks on the bottom side of the base, using a Giant to make sure that Siege Barracks doesn't get targeted by the cannon right away. All right, and the queen is in as well. Got some wall breaks in towards the multi-archer tower, towards the air defense. Next wall break is going to open up to the multi-inferno tower. But the witches have a plan of their own. They're going in after that X-bow. They do come back out, though. They're slowly going to come back in towards the core of the base. Barbarian King's in as well. He's got his Earthquake Boots, which they can use later on to open up some stuff. But for now, we got the jump spell to lead everything into the core of the base. The queen goes down to ability relatively early here, but she's got the healer puppet, so she should get healed back up. Got a freeze on the backside of the base. Town Hall's about to drop. There we go. We have about 1 minute and 5 seconds left to get through the rest of this. The attack is looking very strong, so the only thing I think that can stop this attack at this point is going to be time. But there we go. Beautiful Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball, taking things down, opening things up, and it's looking good for Rocio. We got 1 invis left. We still have the RC's ability in the bag, and I do believe this is going to be a triple. The only thing, like I said, that could be an issue is time. But 40 seconds left to get through everything that's left. I don't think that's going to be a problem. RC still continuing through. The RC does have Rocket Spear as well, so she should be able to stay back away from that Ricochet Cannon, which otherwise would be kind of a headache. Alright, get through the multi-archer tower. This is going a little bit slower than I expected, but I still think the time should be fine. There's the invis for the Hog Riders to keep them alive, sure. Down goes the Ricochet Cannon. 15 seconds. Time's getting a little bit close. Skellies are going to be annoying. Down goes the Minion Prince, last Tesla, and there we have it. A triple once again for Team Elektros. Nicely done. All right, so I bumped up the game sound and you couldn't hear that at all. Yeah, the reason that the audio is kind of not quite right is because the PC decided to stop working, basically. I had to reset it. I turn up the music just as that song ends. Awesome. There we go. There's sound. There's music playing now. If you can hear it, is that audible? No sound. Interesting. So I wonder if they're just not getting routed to you guys at all, because you should be able to hear that. We'll get it figured out. Audio's the worst. It is so difficult to get audio dialed in. Alright, it's basically over for TWG, but let's see if they can finish out on a strong note here and try to get a triple on the board before they wrap up this war. Starting off with an RC charge, leading into a Root Rider attack. We're going to kind of watch this in the background while I fiddle with my settings. Okay, monitors off for game. Let's do monitor and output. My mic is already being monitored, so we don't want that. That's game sound. Active, active. Desktop audio active. Hello, Elite Exotics. Good morning. Sorry, I just seen your message. I actually seen it pop up earlier on the overlay while I was talking about the attack. Alright, I'm going to turn the music way up. So, any headphone users, heads up. And you guys can't hear that at all, or... I'm not seeing anybody saying they can hear it. Nothing. Wow, okay. Nice. What is the issue? I don't know. Let me go into my OBS settings. Maybe that's it. Also, the attack's doing things. Audio. Default monitoring, not the thing I'm looking for. Twitch VOD uses track 2. That's where it should be. Of course, this is recording. One more thing I want to test. I'm going to turn the game sound way up. Can you hear that? No. Okay. You would definitely hear that if it was working. Why? Why are you not working? We'll get it sorted. Maybe not during this stream. But we'll get it figured out. Could you hear the quack? No. Also. Awesome. Cool. So literally nothing but the microphone is working. That's great. I might have to try turning off the VOD track just to see if that works. I mean, I'm using non-copyright music now anyway, and the only purpose for that VOD track is to block when I run Spotify music, which we don't really do that since we stream on YouTube now. So it's not needed. I mean, I don't see why that would be the issue. Interesting. I might need to reach out to a higher power to figure this out. I don't know why it's not working. Don't you love it? I had everything set up just fine. And then freaking Nvidia had to go and ruin my day. Days. It's dragging on for days now. Moral of the story, for one, is to back up your stuff. Everything. Back up everything. Which I should know better. Moral of the story number 2, if you don't need a driver, don't download it. I am an idiot sandwich, it's true. Alright, here we go. Last attack. Let's see if Team Elektros can go perfect today. Last attack from Eltano is going to be Root Riders. It's not going to be a Spirit Walker. If it is, it's not going to be a long one. It's only got the 2 invis. It looks like he is going to start with the short Spirit Walk. Okay. Oh, is he just going for the Town Hall? Looks like he is. Alright, well, there's the first invis. Pops that RC's ability. The Tesla's going to pull her off track for just a little bit longer. He's going to go with the next invis. She's not going for the Town Hall. I don't know if that was the plan. It looked like it, but he's just going to clear out some of this on the left side. The RC with a recall. She did lose her Fox there, but we'll have the RC for later. She didn't really get a ton of value there, but he also didn't really put in a ton of investment. Here we go on the left side of the base with the Siege Barracks, the Archer, Queen, King, and Ice Golem down the middle. Alright, and I'm assuming that's where the Root Riders are going to go as well, and there they go. Sends the Royal Champion back in. We got an Apprentice Warden, regular Warden, Root Riders making their way down. We got the Valkyries coming in behind them. Super Dragon on defense. Drops in the Poison. Sure. Pops Warden's ability. So far, so good. Alright. Everything freezing up with the defensive Ice Golem. He's going to freeze the Town Hall. RC's going to push her way through that. Got some Valkyries on the left side, balloons over the top. We do have the Monolith here on the bottom side of the base. Overgrowth on the right side is going to cover up the Inferno Tower, Expo, and Scatter Shot while the troops make their way through. All right, Valkyries move in. Down goes the Monolith. Perfect. We have that Inferno Tower in a little compartment on the bottom side of the base. But everything's getting through these walls pretty quickly, and these Valkyries are going to make really quick work of the Skelly traps there. Beautifully done. Alright, now the King and Valks are just all going to bounce to the outside of the base and walk around with the Queen. The pathing's not super ideal because we still have that Scatter Shot there. We still have this single Inferno, and then that Expo is going to be kind of tucked away as well. So the Queen can't reach any of that from the outside. So this is going to get a little awkward. However, he still has King's ability. I say it just as he pops it, and that should give her access to pretty much everything else. I think that single might still be out of range, but he's got a Rage and a Freeze and the Queen's ability still left in the bag, so that should be enough to overcome that one little obstacle that remains. Queen's going to go for the Poison Tower. She gets locked onto by the single. She will have to pop her ability here. Or, yes, there it is. I thought she might step right out of range. I think Eltana was thinking the same thing, but it doesn't matter. They get through the wall very quickly. Down goes the single, and that's going to be a triple and a perfect war for Team Elektros. They put up a show today. Beautifully done. A little PVGS. Any giveaways today? No, there probably won't be any giveaways for a little bit, to be honest. Oh yeah, I put new emotes in. I did that before the PC crash. So yeah, we got some new emotes. Stretchy face Pikachu. Anyway, Nice performance there. From Top and I Empire, aka Team Elektros. GG's indeed. We'll see if TWG can get a triple on the board to round it out on a good note. If I can't fix my audio, I think we might make this a short stream so that I can try to sort the audio out and then we'll come back. If I turn these up, I don't think that changes anything, but if you guys can suddenly hear things, let me know. Alright, it's going to be Root Riders yet again, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of fiddle with things in the background while they do their attack, so I can try to get it fixed. Because this is very annoying. Advanced audio properties, yeah, we were already here. So what it seems like is, it seems like it's only streaming track 1. So if I put the game sound onto track 1, can you guys hear it? I'm gonna turn it up. Sound down a bit to about there. My mic is not working now. What? Is it really not? Okay, how about now? So did it stop working when I turned on the game sound? It's working just too low. Okay. Well, I can't really turn the mic up. It's at max. All I can do is turn down the other sounds. No sound. Is there no sound now? I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna turn my own stream on. Alright, and then if I talk... I can't hear. Also, this is a fail. So can you guys hear me or no? This is so annoying. I'm gonna have to go back to the recording as well and see what's going on. Game sound is gone again. I shut it off so you guys could hear the mic. So it sounds like if I turn on the game sound and the music, I just need to turn those volumes down. So how's that? Is that better? I'm gonna have to do some tweaking with it. I'm gonna check it. But there we go. A 1 star to finish things off for TWG. Good try to them, but what a big difference here. Congratulations to, I keep wanting to say Top and I Empire, because that's the clan name. It's Team Elektros. GG. Alright, I'm going to go offline for a bit and try to figure this out, and then I'm going to come back again after I think I've got it sorted. There's the sound, but super quiet. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to try to get everything fixed on the audio side of things, so I'm going to raid out on Twitch. For YouTube, I'm just going to end it here. We'll come back and do some Legends attacks and stuff later today. At least that's the plan. Assuming I can get things sorted out. So that's what we're going to do there. For those of you on YouTube, thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll be back again later. If for some reason I don't come back later today, we'll be back tomorrow.